My name is Graeme Codrington, and together with my colleague Buhle Dlamini, we are trying to map the future of business. Next Monday, the 19th of August, Buhle and I are going to be doing a public presentation of a new framework that we've been developing, Building Bionic Business. Now, if you happen to be in the Johannesburg area, you can come along. 19th of August, Monday evening at Woodmead in Sandton, and there will be links in the show notes for you to get a free ticket. That's right, we've made it free for you to come and join us. First 200 people who sign up will get free tickets to join us and have this world premiere of our new presentation, Building Bionic Businesses. Of course, if you're not in Johannesburg or not available on the 19th of August, or if it's already past the 19th of August when you listen to this podcast episode, we'll be bringing you excerpts, snippets, and probably actually the whole presentation at some time in the near future. So look out for that. But please make sure that you go and sign up to join us if you can. We'll get back to the Tomorrow Today podcast in 2 weeks' time, where we will be summing up season 1, having a look at the key characteristics of businesses that we believe are ready for the future. And we'll bring together some of the learnings that we've had from the previous episodes of this podcast. If you haven't had a chance to listen to them all yet, please go back and have a listen, and maybe you can check with us. What did you think were the highlights and the most important characteristics of future-ready businesses? But while you're here, let's make sure that this isn't just an announcement episode. Every episode of the Tomorrow Today podcast, we share a resource with you. And over the last few weeks, we've shared some books that you might read. Today, I thought I'd do something different. Maybe you don't have a time to read all of the books we recommend, so maybe podcasts is more your vibe. But I want to suggest a podcast that is about books. It's probably my favorite podcast. It's called If Books Could Kill, and it is by Michael Hobbs and Peter Shamshiri. Michael is a journalist. Peter is a legal expert who is also a journalist and podcaster. Michael is, I think, one of my favorite podcasts and investigative journalists. He's done a number of different podcasts over the years, but this is by far my favorite one. What Peter and Michael have done is they've had a look at well-known, world-famous, best-selling books that are sort of the staple. You go into any business library, particularly business books, as it happens, that you go into any library, if you're at a place where there's just a place to sit down, a doctor's waiting room or an airport lounge where there's books to read, it's likely these books will be on the shelves. Everything from Freakonomics to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And what they do is they go into the books, into detail. They don't review the books, they rip them apart. They show some of the research that was done, or in fact, in almost all the cases of the books, they choose the research that wasn't done, or the research that was done really badly. They unpack that. So they're not just picking sides and nitpicking at these books. They really get into the detail of why these books are so bad, where some of the research and the statistics that are cited in the books come from, why those are flawed studies, and why we need to be careful about taking those books into our lives and applying them, and what could go wrong if you did. Hence the title, If Books Could Kill, and the ... is these books would be murderous. And it's a fantastic list. They do quite a lot of their episodes sort of free to air, but they also have a Patreon subscription where I think for about $5 a month you can get access to more than double the episodes, and it's one of the podcasts that I certainly pay money to in order to get to that extra Patreon only level. There really is not a bad episode, and it really is thought-provoking stuff. So if you want to know why maybe some of your favorite books, some of the books that we quite regularly cite at business meetings, is deeply flawed, well then If Books Could Kill is well worth your time, and it's an entertaining listen as well. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time talking about future-ready organizations and the characteristics of the ones that are doing the best.